Hello. Video number 5 will be a tier list for gems. So we're going to start from the bottom and go upwards. So um, how can we say it? The 3 blue gems are what you'd say useless. Well, they're not useless. They aren't the best. They do minimal. They're not worthy of taking a slot. Of They're not worthy of taking a slot of an ability. Let's just say that. The best one, obviously, probably is the Gem of Will, which is this one. But order-wise, it'd be this, and then this. They're the worst. They're D tier. Obviously, you don't have any higher than blue. If you can only get those ones, then obviously they'll be your best. But as we stand, they're the thing. Purple then will prearrange from C to A. I would say that this one is A tier because of the usability of it. It can be used by every single character in the game. To be honest, that may put it up S tier, but it doesn't win games. So it could be divert. This is going to be like end A, low A, high B. Um, Poison one, I do like it. It is probably a solid B. Bleed is going to be a C. The Leech one, it's all right, but I would say it's a D tier just because the person who wants Leech doesn't really want direct damage or attack. If we go on to Jewel of Moonlight then, so it's healing, gives consolidation 1 out, heal, but it's only for lowest 2 HP. I would say that we'll put that as a low C. C to D. Next one we're going to be Chitana Defense. That's ally protection, consolidation 1 for returns. Damage taken by the ally will go to the owner. It's got a nice savior mechanic. I would say this is probably the second best out of the epic gems. And then the last one, I would say is there. The last one is actually, again, it's situational. It's probably not actually there. I would say, we need to add another tier, but we can't, can we? As a row below. Okay, this is what we're gonna call the. I'm gonna call this. E. Let's change that to that green. There we go. Better. That one there, that one there, that one there. I think that's more suitable actually. Nice pyramid. So some of the purples aren't actually that bad. Some of them aren't that bad. Then we'll go this way to this one. So Glory of Judgment. Glory of Judgment. It is a good, solid gem for any direct hero damages. Cons of it: does not work very well with Nikki. When you have the double skill ability, you would go into double glory, and then you would miss out on double of the actual main skill. You'd want to really do glory the turn before into the double Nikki attack. So you are doing your double Nikki attack with glory, but you can't do that because glory gives you 100% TM, so they can't really interact. Other than that, when you're not using Nikki, what is it good for? It's good for basically making a huge damage dealer even bigger. With that huge 120% crit damage, that 40% direct damage bonus, that 40% attack bonus because of obviously you get attack 2 up. Yeah, and a turn meter, if you kill anyone, you get 8% turn meter, refresh all your cooldowns, so you can use them again. I would say Gloria is a solid A. It was really big on Marie when it first came out. It kind of died off a little bit. It then went to Anne's for a little bit for me. Um, you could use it on Felucia, but I'm using it on Boreas, and it is doing an amazing thing with him. It basically cycles his S3 even faster, so he can revive people a lot faster. So if you basically use S3 turn 1, turn 2 use the gem, and then you're literally use your S2 the next turn, and you're back to your S3. It's really good at that turn cycling. Where to put this one? I would say this one is definitely higher than the Glory. Um, this one, character wise, you can use it. Reyna can use it. Um, Basically, anyone with defender tag can use it. The best characters it is on though who benefits the most from it are probably Hogarth and MJ out of the current meta characters, because they get the defense up, which actually helps them. Indra can use it also, but his is like a little bit more niche because he only is used in PvE, but he can use it to great success. Um, Yep, we'll put it there. This healing one, I would say it's above Glory because team wise, this is really good on the following characters. Beatrix works amazing with her Echo, also with her skilled kit. So you do S1, S2, or active skill 1, active skill 2, gem, S2, S1, S1, S2 at gem. So literally rotates around in it, getting Terminator to the team, getting the block removal to the team, which then boosts their attack with her Echo, which then basically cycles into a kit amazingly. Elsie it works alright on. I will be showing you a better one for Elsie, which some people may think, oh, that's not the best for her, but it does really well. Um, who else can it go good on? Surprisingly, it works good on JNR if your JNR is your fastest on the team. Obviously, the turn meter doesn't go to him, but it boosts the entire team turn meter, heals them, so it kind of works like that. Um, Apsara can use it as well. Obviously, she's always the fastest. Nicolith. So there's a lot of characters who it does work well with. Um, it's a good gem, but it's gonna go B tier. It's gonna be the first legendary in B tier, and probably joint lowest. That being said, character wise, who can use it? Any poison hero characters I'd voice who are poison is Gazelle, because you want to be using her S4, not this gem. Characters Pane also kind of avoid purely because yes, it does do a lot for her. Actually, fits another kit very nicely. But her S2, her fourth skill, um, her second active skill has no cooldown and does a lot better. But it can be used, and normally you have her quite fast, so you're getting that the second ability off it where you're, I believe if you're faster, you're freezing. If you're slower, you're it's the first stage. First stage has a 20% chance to inflict speed down on enemies whose speed is not lower than that of the owner. The second stage has a 45% chance to inflict freeze on enemies whose speed is lower than that of the owner. So basically, you inflict speed down on people who are faster than you, then you freeze people who are slower than you. However, if you hit that speed down, they can come slower than you, so you can freeze them also. So you get double whammy of it. Um, Next, then Amber. Amber is a solid. I'm gonna put a B. I don't want to have too many on A. I don't want A to be here and everyone else not to be. What does it do? Well, max of it at turn 0, you're getting 60% shield. You're getting damage immunity when you activate it with another 60% shield. When you lose a 60% shield, you're regaining it. Um, you also get, let me just double check. So it does regain it. No, you don't regain it. Which was on? Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of a different one. Sorry. So this one's literally 6% shield, can't be removed, damage immunity. At the start of each wave, you get the 60% shield. Note there is no time limit on this, so it is a forever shield, which is good. Next one is Lazil Sky Fire. I'm gonna put it up here purely because it's passive. You don't have to really worry about it. Put this on Chelsea. You get you pretty much get 3 of Chelsea's turns. You get max. You basically get the max stack on your entire team, which is really strong. You're getting around just over 30% skill damage on everyone, just over 30% burn damage on everyone. Sorry, you're getting 52% burn damage. You're getting 30% skill damage on your entire team, which is just really strong for just a free passive skill. Crimson, I'm gonna put Crimson here purely because active, but is really strong. Crimson has really good potential versus bosses, has really good potential has really good potential in PvE and PvP. PvE clearing out waves really fast. PvP doing a lot of high damage to the entire team. Right, this bleed one, though it is passive. Right, when this first came out, this bleed one was broken. It used to be able to get 1,000 plus mastery on your team. It just never capped. I'm gonna put it here just purely because I put the fire in A. Actually, let's do it like this. Because these have PvE and PvP viability, these really only one or the other. With exception to this can be used in both, but it's not as good. If you put this on Hania, you're basically getting Wukong turn 1. Godly Pearl we'll put here though. Godly Pearl is the one I was saying. Basically, when you so the ally so when an ally drops to below 6% health, we grant them a 6% shield. So the ally's HP by 20%. When the shield's broken, you grant them shield again. This can only trigger after 2 turns. Each time the skill is triggered, you grant the ally damage immunity. It's a 2-turn cooldown on it though. So you put on a fast, high HP hero, like JNR for example, you're laughing. You're getting multiple. It's going to be triggering really fast to your team. Dragon, we'll put this here. Yeah, we'll put that there. So this one basically inflicts attack down on your enemies. If attack down is inflicted, inflict entwined for 2 turns. When attack down is inflicted, remove 3 layers of buff from all enemies. And then there's a 100% chance to inflict block buff on all enemies for 1 turn. Really good, solid ability. Works really well on Lydia. I'm gonna put this here though. I'd say they're slightly better. Then we're into the 4 new ones. So those 10 were the ones that came out at the start. This one, the 4 new ones, I would say are all up here, and they're in that order. So they're all in that order. The reason they're up here, their text is just ridiculously long, but they do really well. This one works well on anyone who's HP burn with pursuing attack. If they can gain, If they inflict a lot of attribute debuffs, they can gain immunity to CC. If they're the highest initial attack, they can grant the team 2 turns of only taking 20 up to 25% of their health per stage of attack. And then for yourself, it would be 5 turns. Grants everyone for 2 turns, but on the hero, it's on it grants 5 turns. Poison one. This is really great on Gazelle. It basically makes her passive where she inflicts skill damage down and attack damage down on each hero when they start the turn. It basically means it amplifies to everyone, which basically means the entire team is really hard to cleanse it, because someone takes a turn, they get inflicted whenever Gazelle inflicts a debuff. I believe that she removes a buff, but now I'm double. Is that only for poison or not? Let me just see. Um, where is that again? Each time Gazelle inflicts 1 layer of debuff on an enemy, or an enemy cleanses 1 layer of a debuff, Gazelle also removes 1 layer of buff from the enemy. So basically, the enemy team is never going to get buffs with this on them. The latest one then, to the one that just came out, it's really strong on heroes who want to utilize double turn mechanics but also fast, so they need to have 3k speed. If they want to get the maximum out of it, the max out of it they get, I believe, is 45%. So the enemy takes 45% more damage, and you increase your skill damage by 45% also. As well as doing 260% of the owner's attack, and you take an extra turn after. So it's a filler skill. You basically can use that whenever you want to reduce your team's cooldowns. Very similar to Gloria Judgment. Both have that similar role. Both get that 6-star as well. Then we move on to our final gem of the video, Stellar Radiance. Best gem in the game. Heroes are useful. There are only 5 heroes that can maximize or benefit from it to the maximum. Well, not to the maximum extent. Let's rephrase that. So there are 5 heroes who can benefit from it. Only 2 who can benefit from the maximum. Only 1 who can benefit from it from turn 0. So 5. So it goes 5, 2, 1. So the 5 heroes who can benefit are Apsara, Hania, Nicolith, Elsie, and Pane. Those would be the only 5 heroes I recommend to use it. Pane, Nicolith, Hania, all technically activate at turn 0. They all do the cast of it turn 0. What they don't get is the part where they reduce enemy turn meter, increases the team's turn meter by 20%. They will not get that part, but they will get the activate the gem on turn 0, so they could be giving the team 20% turn meter. They'll be making the team immune to dot damage for 2 turns. They'll be cleansing all debuffs, increasing attack based on by 7 times their speed. So they'll be doing all that, which on their teams is really strong anyway, but they do need to have the highest initial speed. Hania normally is paired with Apsara, so she normally doesn't have the highest initial speed. Nicolith sometimes does, and Pane sometimes does if you're using her in a perma-freeze team. Elsie then does benefit from it, but sadly she will never benefit from turn 0. She'll only benefit from turn well, she can benefit from her after her first turn, so once the entire team's taken a turn. If you're on a full CC turn, they'll do CC turn 1. Elsie gets into her resonance. She activates that ability straight away. Makes the team, cleanses all the debuffs, makes the team immune to dot. increases your turn meter. She also does decrease turn meter, so she benefits from that part. So she is definitely the second best to have it on, and she normally is the fastest on the CC team. Then Apsara is the best. She not only does she decrease her meter, she's normally the highest initial speed. She starts in resonance, so she's ticking every single box. So Apsara is the best, and that is the best arcane gem. This is my tier list. Um, I do hope you enjoy it and value it because I would say out of the gems, this is the best gem to focus on. This gem goes on any character, no matter who they are. You can put that on every single one of your characters. Leave it there until a gem comes out what fits their kit perfectly, and the character will be better for it. That being said, some gems do have cons. Some gems, there's no point of using on a character until they're at a certain level because they don't really do anything for the character. Some gems are better than, so if a gem is better than your basic at 0 star, use it. If it isn't better than your basic, block it off until it becomes better than or equal to your basic. Then enable it. There is no point of using a gem if it is not better than the basic of the character. That's why passives I normally just give a bump up, purely because you don't use them in your kit. They are a passive ability that just refreshes every now and then. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next one.